Well, tomorrow, it's Veterans Day, where the country is going to honor the men and women of our military for their selfless service to our country. Our next guests are going a step further for our veterans. Zach Iscol is the founder of Headstrong. It's a charity dedicated to providing cost-free mental health services to veterans and their families. Elana Ross is here from BBMC Mortgage to talk about her company's Patriots Charity Initiative and how they support organizations like Headstrong. Good morning.
Good morning.
First off, to you, obviously, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
You're doing so much for our veterans.
Appreciate that.
And Elana, you are as well. Your company has donated almost $2 million now.
Absolutely.
To veterans charities. Why do you think it's still so important for companies to be so proactive in helping with our veterans when they return?
So I think at BBMC Mortgage, we have the belief that we all have a duty to give back in some way, shape, or form to those that have served us. And so the Patriots Charity Initiative is just our way of giving back to those that have served to us. And I think if every corporate company out there stepped up and did something in some way, that it's incredibly important to do.
And you know, Zach, we've seen so many companies now step up to help, but you say that we're not doing enough, and particularly in the mental health space for our heroes that returning. Talk about how you're serving them when they come home.
Yeah, well, first off, thanks for having us on this morning. So at Headstrong, we do something very simple. We provide world-class mental health care. We do it in, right now, 10 cities. We're undergoing a national expansion. The care that we provide is world-class and cost-free, and this is something that's very personal to all of us at Headstrong. I served in the Marine Corps. My battalion lost 33 Marines in the Second Battle of Fallujah exactly 13 years ago today. We've now lost nearly 24 more to suicide. And so this is something that's personal to us. This work would not be possible without great corporate partners like BBMC Mortgage.
Yeah, and Elana, obviously, it feels good, I would assume, for executives and for employees of your company to know that you're giving back and that you're helping.
Absolutely, and at BBMC Mortgage, we encourage our employees to get out and get active in their communities, and they really do a great job of participating in our local markets across the country.
Big news for Headstrong today, we should say, that the Amex is going to be donating some proceeds from trading revenues today, we should be clear, to your charity. One of the things that you help veterans with is flashbacks, alcohol, suicide, but you're saying that you're making a big difference percentage-wise. The data is showing that it's making a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's a number of stigmas around mental health care. First off, one of them is just a stigma with getting help. And we're showing that we've got phenomenal veterans, SEALs, Rangers, Marines who are stepping forward and getting help. More importantly, there's another stigma with mental health care that most people don't think of it as real health care that actually works. And we're showing that if you have the courage to get help, and you get the right help, and it's our job at Headstrong to make sure you're getting the right help, you can absolutely recover from these hidden wounds and get back to the best version of yourself.
And you've partnered with Weill Cornell here in New York, the medical college, but you're in several cities, and we should list these and let people know: New York, San Diego, Chicago, Buffalo, LA, Denver. I mean, this is a national movement to really help our veterans with their mental health.
Absolutely. Also Houston, Texas.
And also, Elana, you know, now that we're kind of moving further and further away from the initial beginnings of obviously the war in Iraq and 9/11, do you find that corporations are starting to kind of say, wait a minute, is this the right way that we should be spending our money? Sometimes there's been a little bit of charity fatigue, if you will.
Sure.
We've seen that in the last couple of years. Are you finding that?
So, I mean, everybody has their own stance on it. We stick true to what we believe in through our Patriots Charity Initiative. From our leadership all the way down, we have veterans in our leadership, and regardless of what other companies are doing, we think it's important to, again, give back to those who have given so much to us.
Zach, really quick, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
You know, this time of year is it's always a time of reflection. It's a time when a lot of us from my battalion, I mean, particularly because of the anniversary of the Second Battle of Fallujah, it's a time not just because of Veterans Day, but also because of that time that we tend to speak more. You get back in touch. There's reunions both in person and online. And it's a time to really be reflective about you know, this great community of people who have taken an oath and stepped forward in time of war.
Zach, thank you for your
thank
service.
You for having us. I appreciate it.
And Elana, thank you to BBMC.
Thank you so much for having us.
Money and helping our veterans. Thanks, guys.